If you've ever wondered why it's taken you so long to figure out what's happening now in American politics, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. It's hard for most Americans to comprehend the total dishonesty of American liberalism. Virtually nothing the liberal says is true. And the lies are not ordinary lies. The lies are so brazen, so aggressive and unending that it's difficult for a normal person to understand what's happening. 30 years ago, for example, liberals began to lecture us, softly at first and then at an increasingly high volume, about tolerance. How could you have known then that they planned, in fact, to usher in the most intolerant age in American history? They've done that now, but few people saw it coming. We shouldn't make the same mistake again. Liberals are now telling us they plan to protect American democracy, and that's the clearest possible sign that they intend to end it. 13 months from this week, the United States will hold a national election. In a democracy, citizens can vote for the candidate of their choice. That's not just a feature, it's the defining fact of the electoral system. The people rule. They can send anyone they want to Washington because they're in charge. But this year, in the name of protecting democracy, liberals have decided to strip Donald Trump's name from the ballot in states across the country. Trump is the front runner in the presidential race. He's currently beating Joe Biden in the polls. Yet liberals have decided that you should not be allowed to elect him president. That's not democracy. It's the opposite. It's totalitarianism. Just this morning, Donald Trump appeared in court in New York in a civil case brought by the state's attorney general that was designed explicitly to keep him out of the White House. That case is part of a larger legal barrage against Trump that so far includes a total of 91 felony counts, every one of them politically motivated. But today's civil case is especially absurd. In fact, it's hard to overstate its ridiculousness. In sum, Trump stands accused of inflating the value of collateral used to secure loans that he has already paid back with interest. In other words, there is no injured party in this case. The biggest banks in the world assessed the risk and they made a profit, as they almost always do. Not a single person was defrauded. For this non-crime, Trump and his children are in the process of losing their homes and their businesses. Here's MSNBC's live coverage of the hearing today. And as you watch, pay special attention to the judge in the case, Arthur Engoron.
And there you see President Trump, the former president, I should say, next to his attorney, and that's Chris Kise, who we expect to make the opening statements here. And then this,
Judge Engoron,
I guess, is Judge Engoron.
There he is, the judge, mugging like he's on stage at a middle school play, grinning, preening for the camera. Arthur Engoron is thrilled to be on MSNBC. It's nauseating. This is not a legal proceeding. This is a grotesque parody of the system that our forefathers created, the fairest in the world, that in the years since has been seized by power worshippers like Arthur Engoron. This is a dangerous moment. Without a legitimate legal system, people will no longer follow the law, and the country will collapse. This is not about Trump. This is about preserving the United States of America. But Trump is at the center of the story. And so today, for an overview of what exactly the strategy to prevent Trump from running for president and to end our current system, we turn to Victor Davis Hanson, who joins us now. Professor, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Tucker.
Before we get into the details of the legal assault on Trump, which in my view isn't really about Trump, tell us what you think is at stake here. What's the overview?
Well, I think they've come to the conclusion that Trump represented an existential threat, and by association, half the country did to their vision of what they want to transform us into. And so they feel that any means necessary are justified by their noble spiritual ends. And therefore, they call it critical legal theory. Just essentially, Tucker says, there's rules against stealing only because rich people don't steal, and therefore it's okay to steal. And modern monetary theory says print as much money, and eventually rich people will have to pay higher taxes or have their 401ks appropriated. Same thing with the border. Short term, everybody's mad at the border, but in dark rooms, they're saying to each other, in 10 years, everybody's going to appreciate what we did. We brought in 10 to 15 million new constituents. So, and I guess to put it all together, they feel that they're at a stage now where their agenda does not appeal to 51% of the people, and they either have to bring in new constituencies or change the system, the entire system of which we are acculturated to retain power, and that's what they're willing to do. And there's no such thing anymore as theft or lies or any of these things, because they're just constructs, and they're just anything that's useful to gain power is considered legitimate, and anything that's not useful is illegitimate, and that's how they define morality. And I think we're very naive, Tucker. We don't realize that we're in the middle of a revolution. We think that we're still playing within the same sidelines or parameters, and it's not. Everything's under negotiation, whether it's the Senate filibuster, the Electoral College, new states coming in, the size of the Supreme Court, voting IDs, the genders, the foundational data of the United States, pronoun usage, from the trivial to the existential. We're in the middle of a cultural, economic, political revolution, and I think we got to wake up.
I mean, I suppose the danger is that if the average person decides that the system is illegitimate, it's not fair, it doesn't have any meaning beyond the political desires of the people administering it, then what prevents the average person from resorting to violence? In other words, if you have no power, if your vote means nothing, if the system is BS, then why don't you take up arms? Seriously.
Well, two things I think have precluded that so far. One is, I call it the monastery of the mind. A lot of people just say, you know what, I'm checking out. I don't want to watch the Oscars. I don't even know what the Tonys or Emmys are. I don't watch the NBA. I have nothing to do with Hollywood movies. I've just created my own reality. And the other is, under our federalist system, we're having millions of people. This is the greatest exodus diaspora we've ever seen in our history, where people are fleeing these blue states and blue cities to red states, and they feel that I'm going to recreate America as I once understood it without having anything to do. And so far, that's kept us sort of viable, but for them, that's not enough. It's never enough to have 2 million illegal entrants or 3 million. They got to have 8 or 9 or 10. It's not enough that Joe Biden is corrupt. It's not enough that he's non-compos mentis. It's not enough that his agenda doesn't make sense. You've got to accept more and more of him. And I think they keep pushing the envelope, and these safety valves that I just mentioned, I don't know if they're going to be enough already, but right now, I think there's one last effort on the part of conservatives. They're going to say, you know what, we're going to speak up as we've never spoken up before. We're going to go after Target. We're going to go after Disney. We're going to say that we're going to go after the 3-gender movement, and we're going to try to win this election. We're going to try to win the House. We're going to try to win the representative. We just have to unite behind, and we'll see if that works. I'm really afraid. Everybody says democracy's in danger, but I think if they feel that they have the majority of the people, and I think the majority of the people are against this progressive Jacobin agenda, and they still can't find power, then we're going to be in new territory. We're in new territory now. And so there are legitimate efforts to rectify that and stop this madness, and let's see what happens in 2024. But I don't think it works anymore just to migrate to a red state or to drop out of the popular culture. You've got to get control of the political apparatus of the country through elections. And your worry is legitimate. If you can't do it through fair elections, then what do you do? So I think this election, I know everybody says that each election is paramount, but this one is very important because we're in the middle of a revolution, and it's our only avenue to a counter-revolution to return to normality.
What would you say to the people who stop paying their cable bill and move to Florida and feel like everything's fine?
The book of Luke chapter 11, verse 17. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. Let's read the book of Isaiah chapter 19, the Good News translation. It says, this is a message about Egypt. The Lord, Egypt is what? Modern day America. That's right. It says, the Lord Yahawah is coming to Egypt, riding swiftly on a cloud. That cloud is what? The ones Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white men call UFO. That's how the king, Yahawashi, and thousands of angels, that's how they're going to make their entry. And it says the Egyptian idols tremble before him, and the people of Egypt lose their courage. The Lord Yahawah says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt. Family, civil war is coming to America. And the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is going to get the glory. Yahawah, through his only begotten son Yahawashi, just told you that what? A house divided cannot stand. And let's continue to read. It says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt, and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other. And you're talking about the blue state and the red state and the LGBTQ transgender family. You have the two women fighting, the two men fighting. Oh yeah, it's a family. It's going to be gender wars. It's all coming together. Civil war, class war. Yes, family. The Lord is bringing it all together. Because this is the end of a kingdom. It says here, let's go back. I will stir up the civil war in Egypt, and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other, and rival kings will struggle for power. I am going to frustrate the plans of the Egyptians and destroy their moral. They will ask their idols to help them, and they will go and consult their mediums, your witchcraft, your sorcerers, your palm readers, your think tanks. None of them are going to be able to provide you with the answer. It says here, they will ask their idols to help them, and they will go and consult mediums and ask the spirits of the dead for advice. I will hand the Egyptians over to a tyrant, to a cruel king who will rule them. I, the Lord, Almighty Power, have spoken. All praises, honor, and glory to the power of Abraham. Family, we're going to hit the headline news like never before. We have so much to cover. That was just the beginning of it. Family, that was just the beginning of it, but I'll put that video and also that interview in the description box, and you can get access to it. But let's begin this lesson by giving honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, our heavenly Father, and his only begotten Son, our King, the Redeemer of Israel, Yahawashi. He's the one that is bringing joy to our heart every day, because we are seeing everything live, family. We have the front row seat, seeing the fall of the Western Empire, the Rome 2.0. America is Rome, family. Everything that happened in ancient Rome is happening right here. Just look at the infrastructure. Look at the building. Look at the entertainment. Look at the sports. It is Rome 2.0. The last leg of the Roman Empire before Yahawashi comes. That's right. This is it, family. This is it. Anybody is telling you to buy a land and invest in the country, family, please run away from them. Okay, please run away from them. Tell them, That's right. The men of the Lord, the mouthpiece of the Lord. That's right. And starting with our head apostles from the great millstone that taught us this truth. And all the brothers, the bishops that are preaching the gospel of Yahawashi, they are saying that, yes, this is it. This kingdom will never ever rise again. The end of this empire is coming down fast, family. Again, honor, glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah, our heavenly Father, and his only begotten Son, our King, the Redeemer of Israel, Yahawashi. Let's give double honors to our head apostles that taught us this truth, and salutation, peace to the brothers bringing this beautiful gospel, hitting the prophecies. Because family, if you are listening to this and then you're expecting the prosperity gospel to come out of my mouth, family, no, this is not a channel for you. And this is not a channel you must well unsubscribe, family. This here is about chanting down this kingdom and waiting for the righteous kingdom to come, and which is Yahawashi's kingdom. And under Yahawashi is going to be the Israelites. That's right, the Hebrew Israelite. That's right, the same one they call him black, Negroes, African American, Latinos. That's right, we are the people of the book. The Bible, that's right, is our history book. We are the one that the laws, statutes, and commandments were given to. But guess what? We couldn't keep the laws and statutes and commandments, so what? The Lord punished us. But the same power that put the rod on us, that's right, gave us into the hands of this nation. He promised He is going to gather all the elect. He's not coming to save everybody. He has a small number, a remnant, an elect, an elite that He's about to save. And this particular men and women, family and children were picked before the foundation of the earth. That is what is coming. Starting with the 144,000 governors. That's right. The next rulers, the kings and priests. They're going to be kings and priests in the kingdom. The 144,000. Followed by the large multitude. Women, children, that's right, men, family. At the end of the day, that is what is coming. So we got to let these nations know what is coming for them. And to you, the elect, again, I hope this message find you in perfect peace as we all patiently waiting for our King, working on our own individual salvation with fear and trembling. Now, let's get into it. Family, we have so much is happening. So much is happening. Let's begin. Let's go. Let's bring out the headline news. It says Iran warns against betting on a losing horse, Israel. Tehran has called on Arab world to avoid normalization relations with the Zionist regime. He says something here. He says, as the Europeans say, they are betting on a losing horse. The Ayatollah continue calling Israel a cancer that will most high willing, it says God willing, be eradicated by the hands of the Palestinian people and the resistant forces throughout the region. So he probably know about Ezekiel chapter 38 verse 7, because the Lord already said that is exactly what is going to happen. That's right, Israel is going to be wiped off. That's right. This is not my word, family. It's written in the Bible. It's in the Bible. We're going to bring it all out. Okay, now, family, let's go. These are family. We're going to go through it. We're going to read a bit of it, but this is just the headline news. Just showing you the things that we're going to cover. Germany preparing to send thousands of troops to Russia border. What does that tell you? Family, does it tell you that they are going for peace? They're going to sit around the table, NATO, and Russia, they're going to talk about peace. No, it's called Third World War. It's called Third World War. And if you can see it, pray fast. If you're part of the elect, the hopeful elect, the Lord will give you the eyes out to see it. You see, family, all this is leading to what? Third World War. That's why, family, if you're looking for prosperity gospel, this is not for you. There are a lot of videos out there that are talking about prosperity gospel. So, family, you must well turn this one off and go, and because here it is good news for the elect. Here we are looking forward to the kingdom, the new bodies that Yahawashi is bringing. That's right. And we're going to seek the King face to face, because in the midst of all these wars, the Third World War, that's when the King is going to show up. Our deliverer. That's right. So we are not doing anything. Our job is very simple. The man, he said, just go and feed my sheep. That's it. That's it. That's all we have to do. The women, you don't have to do anything. Just continue to support your men, and give diligence. Respect your men, because the Lord put them there for a reason, and to be the head. But society tells you that, don't mind that, man. Do whatever your heart desires. You want to be a whore? Go out there. Just show your ass. Continue to twerk. And you, McDonald's in the middle of the street on top of Elimina Castle. Do whatever your heart desires, because it's called freedom and liberty. If that's your mindset, the Lord is going to delete you. But you, the elect women, family, they're going to take heed. They're going to take care of their men. They're not going to be rebellious. And those are the ones that the Lord is looking forward to delivering. Because if you are that rebellious spirit, you're going to be left behind. The Lord is all about order. Yahawashi came. What did he do? He did the will of his power, Yahawah. So what are we doing? The will of Yahawashi. And then what? Family is called order. The man is the head of the woman. We are waiting for the Lord. We are waiting for the Lord. He's going to make sure that everything is in perfect order. The time is coming. Some of these so-called proud women, proud. They don't need no men. Oh, don't worry. Jacob's trouble is coming. Oh, Jacob's troubles. Those who are, they call themselves what? Boss, bitch, and all those names that they've given themselves. Queen this, queen that. We're going to see it. We're going to see it. And we're looking forward to that time. Oh, yeah. We are looking forward to that time. That you said you don't need a man right now. Oh, you wait. The destruction, the chaos the Lord is bringing, we will see. He says, men's heart failing them for what is coming. He says, men, being, he said, mighty men being afraid. If the men are afraid, what do you think is going to happen to the women? The only one the Lord is going to protect are the elect. The elect, the elect, the elect. That's the time that we're about to enter into. So see, Germany preparing to send thousands of troops to what? To Russia border state. What are they going to do? Family, preparing for Third World War. It is coming. Now hear what Haltena said this afternoon. Updated 10:05 a.m. U.S. money supply contracting down 3.69 and falling. In the past 150 years, the U.S. money supply has only contracted 5 times, and they were recessions and the Great Depression. It is happening again. What does that tell you? Everything is coming together. Look at the debt. It continue to climb. The debt continue to climb, and you think what? Babylon can be saved? No, Babylon can never be saved. It said the last time this happened, family, it was what? It led to Second World War. We're going to read it, family. There is so much to cover. I hope, Lord willing, we can cover it all. Now listen to what is happening in the house. Talking about America. Because family, that is Rome. Everything, whatever happened in Rome affect the entire world. That's why the focus is. This is where the Lord is going to have what? His biggest sacrifice. America is going to be the lake of fire. We're telling you before it happens. That is Rome. The last, before Yahawashi comes, this nation, the Edomite, the self-proclaimed white man, that's why you look at him. Look at the shirt that he's wearing. This is how they've deceived the entire world. Look at the shirt. Okay, take a good look at the shirt. Look at his face. You see that shirt here? Does he look that color? Is he white? You see, black, white is a social construct created in 1681. The first time I heard this was our brother from the Great Millstone, from the elder in Chicago, Malcolm. That said it. Family, and I went there and did my research. Indeed, it is. It was created in 1681 in Virginia. They gave themselves white to hide themselves from what? They are what? First and foremost, their name is Esau. Esau's name was changed to Edom. 2 brothers, 2 twin brothers came out of Rebecca. Okay, Isaac was their father. That's right, Isaac. And the blessings went to who? Jacob. Esau is the end of the world. That's why, family, you see in America collapsing right now. That's why he is the end of the world. And Jacob is the next to follow, the 12th tribe, the so-called Latinos, Negroes, African American. That's right. But this time it's going to be an elite, an elect. Yahawashi told you in the book of Matthew 24 verse 22, for my elect's sake, I'm going to cut the time short. Amen. Then Matthew 20 verse, Matthew 24 verse 29, 30. It says, just immediately after what? The tribulation. The angels are going to show up. Lord willing. Let me bring it up. Family, it sounds so good. I got to bring it out. Let's go to the book of Matthew. Just to tell you that the Lord is not coming to save everybody. He's only coming to save an elect. And we got to continue to be that. And because plantation Christianity says, come as you are. And we know that is nothing but vomit that come out of those churches. The Lord is not coming to save everybody. And yet the other thing is, you don't accept the Lord, okay? You cannot accept the Lord. No. The Lord Yahawah is the one that picked. He picked you, and then he draws you to his son. And his son is who? Yahawashi. And Yahawashi is going to raise you up. And again, the Lord didn't die for everybody. He died for the children of Israel. He says he died to what? To redeem those that were under the law. The laws were given to the Israelite. It wasn't given to any other nation. The Jews and the Greek, meaning one decided to follow the Greek custom, but they were both Jews. They were both Israelite. One just decided, no matter, I love the way, I love the Olympics, I love their fashion, I love eating pork. I love the tradition of the heathen. The law is too grievous, so I'm gonna become Greek. That's right, family. They were both Israelite. You see, this has become a stumbling block for a lot of people. Because but they said there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek. Because why? They are both Israelite. The Lord Yahawah is not the author of confusion. He says immediately. Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. He says immediately after the tribulation. Remember, I said what? The world is elect. Okay, we're going to get it. You see the red letter? That is our King speaking. That's our King Yahawashi speaking. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, we're talking about storms. Like we're talking about earthquakes, Third World War, Civil War, people house being broken into, women being raped, all type of chaos, women eating their own children, cannibalism, the chaos that is coming. It says immediately after the tribulation. So we're going to be here. We're going to go through it. But the difference is Yahawah through his only begotten son Yahawashi is good, and the angels going to be protecting the elect. That's right. That's right. We're going to see it. We're going to see it. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers, talking about the leaders of the world, of heaven shall be shaken, because this is Esau's heaven. But here's the point. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. You hear that? It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. You're going to see him up in the air, because he says in the book of Revelation chapter 1 verse 7, it says what? Every eyes shall see him, including those that pierce him. It goes to tell you what? Reincarnation. The same spirit that were back then 2,000 years ago, that spirit will be back in a different vessel, waiting to see the King of Kings. That's right. And Yahawashi is going to make sure that person remembered him. He goes, oh man, that's the man that I pierced. That's right. It says, including those that pierce him. The Roman Empire will be ruling. That's the one ruling right now. It's called America. And all this Edomite nation, they are the one in the power seat. And Yahawashi is about to smash them. Oh yeah, he is about to take them down straight into captivity. He says here, the sun, it says here, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. Because why? They'll be mourning because they are expecting sweet baby Jesus. Blonde hair, blue eyes, coming with flowers and candies. And then they all of a sudden they seen this so-called black man, strong, angelic, and with all the angels, everybody looking dark. And then they're going to see, oh shit, we've messed up. That's right. That's why they're going to be mourning. He says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Now, here, and he shall send his angels. Listen to this carefully. Let's see if the Lord is about to save every single body that calling the name of sweet baby Jesus. And let's hear. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect. You hear that? Elect. A remnant. From the four winds. The elect are spread among all nations. From one end of heaven to the other. That's who the Lord is about to save. He's not coming to save everybody. Now, let's continue with the headline news, family. Here, so we went through this. The America, financially, economically, morally, class, family, it is done. You can put a fork in it. It is done. So yes, here we mention what? A house divided cannot what? cannot stand. Okay, let's go back here. So here it's saying to her, the House Democrat to vote yes on McCarthy ousted Jeffrey. This guy was just put in there. The House Speaker was voted in 8 months ago. That goes to show you that family, they are not speaking the same voice. Yahawashi said a house divided cannot stand. Tucker Carlson interviewed this gentleman. Here we play. That's how we open the video. This lesson this afternoon. This evening. Okay, yeah, it's afternoon where I am. Evening where I am. What's going on here? What is going on? I don't like this, man. Let's go back. How the hell do I get out of this thing here now? Yeah. So here now, civil war is coming. Civil war is coming. But something is happening all of a sudden, family. All of a sudden, listen to what is happening now. All of a sudden now, all these nations that were beating Ukraine drum, and we have to support Ukraine to defeat Russia, Ukraine to defeat Russia. All of a sudden, listen to the United Kingdom weapons for Ukraine have dried up. Telegraph reported. But we know something else is coming. Oh yeah, we just told you Germany is sending troops to the Russian border. Now NATO is directly going to get involved right now. Because what they're saying that they figured, you know what, all the weapons that we're sending to Ukraine, Russia is just destroying it. So we must well take matters into our own hand. Because at the end of the day, the same way they divided a continent of Africa among themselves, they want to do the same to Russia. But they don't know that the Lord has set a trap for them. This is a perfect one, because Russia and its allies are the one that's going to take down Babylon the Great. Yahawashi is just coming just to clean house. That's it. Just to add, what is it called? The icing to the cake, or icing to the, I don't know, family. I think the icing to the cake. That's why Yahawashi, he's just coming to just join the party. And because Michael the Archangel, he loves killing. You see, he's all about war. So he's going to come in with Yahawah, directly behind Yahawashi, and they're just going to toy with Esau, Edom, and their armies. It says in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 13. Yeah. He says he neither lifted a sword, but family, all you see is fire mixed with brimstone, lasers, everything coming out of the chariot. And then he says after he was done with them, nothing was to be perceived but smoke and dust. Just roughly paraphrasing. Family, that's what the Lord, Yahawashi, is just coming to toy with them. That's all their technology, their drone, and their lasers. Family, he's coming. Yahawashi and the angels, they are coming to toy with Russia, Iran, North Korea, America, NATO, China, all their weaponry. Yahawashi, his family is one. You're going to see it, Lord willing. Lord willing. It says here, so now all of a sudden they're saying that what? It says here, weapons for Ukraine have dried up. Now listen to what Pentagon also made the same thing. It said the Pentagon warns Congress it is running low on money to replace weapons sent to Ukraine. Why all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden? Why now? Nobody. Now here, listen to this also. It said EU, European Union state, warns of difficult relations with Ukraine. Why all of a sudden everybody is turning their back on Ukraine? Remember Afghanistan? America took off and left all their weaponry, their aircraft and stuff in Afghanistan. Family, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, because this is their MO. They don't build nothing. Esau is a vagabond. All he does is destroy, he steal. Family, that's his MO. The self-proclaimed white man. That is his MO. That's what he does. But we're going to get into it, family. We have so much to cover. Let's start with the top here. Let's go back to Iran. He said Iran warns against betting on losing horse Israel. That's what he called it. He said Israel is a losing horse. Because, yeah, indeed, it says it. Israel is going to be wiped off the map. That's right. We're going to get it in the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel, we're going to get it. But let's read on. It said Tehran has called on the Arab world to avoid normalizing relations with the Zionist regime. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has warned the Arab world against normalizing relations with Israel, predicting that the Jewish state will eventually be eradicated. He's not far-fetched, family. But you know what? I'm going to stop it right there. Listen, it's all about the Bible, Let's go to the book of, let's bring out the blue letter Bible. Where's the blue letter? Sorry. Ezekiel, what is it? Let's go to Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38, straight to the point. We're going to read, let's read the NLT. Let's read the NLT version. I've read the King James version many times. Let's try something different. It says here, Ezekiel 38, I'm going to pick it up from verse 5. No, let's pick it up verse 4. Ezekiel 38, verse 4. It says here, I will turn you around and put hooks in your jaws. Speaking to what? Gog and Magog, right? That's Russia. Okay? It says here, and I will turn you around and put hooks in your jaws to lead you out of your whole army. Turn you around. If you remember that old USSR spirit that Russia had, and before Russia collapsed in the 90s, okay, that spirit is back on right now. And that's how the Lord is about to use Russia to destroy Israel and America. That's the time that we're about to enter into. It says, I will turn you around and put hooks in your jaw to lead you out of your whole army. Your horses and charioteers in full armor and great horde armed with shield and sword. And we know that this modern day warfare, we don't need what? Shield, we don't need. They usually have what? They have body armor, okay? They have what? Submarines. We have drones. They have missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. This is how modern day wars are fought. Okay, but now let's go. It says Persia. What is modern day Persia? Iran. These are the nations that are going to form. These are the nations that are going to join with Russia. It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya. Libya, defense. What's his name? The guy was just in Russia last week. The Libyan defense. Not defense secretary. I forgot the title that he has. Army General. I think it's Army General. Haftar. I think his name is Haftar. He was just in Russia. Okay, so family, that's all prophecy. It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya will join you too with all their weapons. Okay, listen to this. Gomer and all his armies will also join you. That whole region, that East Asia, West Asia, family, they're going to be aligning with who? Russia. It says Gomer and all his armies will also join you, along with the armies of Beth Togarmah from the distant north and many others. Now here's the point. Get ready. This is what the Lord is telling Russia. Get ready. Be prepared. Keep all the armies around you mobilized and take command of them. Remember, this is what? A message for what? God, Russia. You see, Persia is what? Iran. So here, this is telling you, this is what? Prophecy. He is telling you that what? Israel is going to be wiped off. But let's continue with the book of Ezekiel. Again, I'm going to jump to here. Ezekiel 38 verse 8. A long time from now, you will be called into action. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel. Okay? Which will be enjoying peace. After recovering from war and after its people have returned from many lands to the mountains of Israel, you and all your ally, a vast and awesome army, will roll down on them like a storm and cover the land like a cloud. You hear that? You hear that? That prophecy hasn't been fulfilled yet. It is coming. It is coming. He says here, this is what the sovereign Lord says. At that time, evil thoughts will come to your mind and you will devise a wicked scheme. You hear that? A wicked scheme. Russia and its allies, they're going to level Israel. But we have to let you know. We have to tell you before it happens. And the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi will get all the glory. He said, you will say Israel is an unprotected land filled with unwalled villages. I will march against her and destroy these people who live in such confidence. And that time is fast approaching. Family, everything that we say, we have received. Because this gospel here, family, it is organic. Yahawashi's gospel, you can add to it and you can take from it. It says here, the definitive stance of the Islamic Republic is that the government which make the gamble of normalization with the Zionist regime will lose. You hear that? The government which make the gamble of normalization with the Zionist regime will lose. If these people are the people of the book, since they moved into the land 1948, they signed that declaration and they took over the land, how come they haven't found peace? We know that the Bible tells us that when we go back to that land, there will never be any more war, because Yahawashi indeed is going to be in the midst of us. The nation will learn no more wars. So what is going on here? Somebody's not telling the truth. Family, you do the math. You do the math. I'll leave it to you, family. Somebody's not telling the truth. He says, as the Europeans say, they are betting on a losing horse. The Ayatollah continue, calling Israel a cancer that will, God willing, be eradicated by the hands of the Palestinian people and the resistant forces throughout the region. Family, the next article. Germany preparing to send thousands of troops to Russian border state. You see, history have a habit of repeating itself. It is the same Russia that the same Germany trying to take Russia during the Hitler regime, and then Russia destroy Berlin. The same thing is about to happen again, because Russia is not going to lose. It is Yahawashi when he shows up after Russia do whatever they're supposed to do for the sovereign Lord Yahawah, then Yahawashi is going to come and level Russia. That's right. That's what is going to happen. We're telling you before it happens. He said Defense Minister Boris Pistorius, that's some name, boy, earlier announced that a 4,000 strong brigade will be created in Lithuania next year. Germany and Lithuania are working on creating a roadmap for the deployment of a brigade of German soldiers to the Baltic state. Defense Minister Boris Pistorius announced in an interview with the news outlet ERR on Monday. The minister announced several weeks ago that Berlin planned to send as many as 4,000 troops to Lithuania, which already housed around 1,500 German troops as part of NATO battle group. In the recent interview, he explained that the move was being done in order to show solidarity and responsibility in the East Wing. Family, and listen to this, the German foreign minister, she made a comment. Oh, come on, what is this? She made a comment. What did she said something. Let me, where is it? Something about moving the borders. Man. Is it here? Came back. Yeah, this lady says something about moving a German border all the way to Russia. So I'm literally saying that they're going to take part of Russia. Ukraine future lies in... Oh, yes, here. It says, promise, sorry. Bracket Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. I was trying to find, but here, it just dropped on my lap. Every meter Kiev forces seized from Russia troop is paving Ukraine's way into the bloc. German foreign minister has said, Ukraine's future lies in European Union. German foreign minister Annalena Baerbock said on Monday, adding that the bloc will soon incorporate regions that had joined Russia. Listen there, regions that had joined Russia in 2022 but are still claimed by Kiev. The European Union will soon stretch from Lisbon to Lugansk, and these are all Russian borders. Family. So yes, basically saying that, they're going to fight Russia head on, and we're going to see how that turn out. Okay, family, let's get the next article here. We went through this already. We're just going to skim through it. But Hartena editorial. Let's read a bit here. It says here, okay, so what does all this actually mean to you and me? Because talking about the financial market collapsing and the US dollar doing what? Extracting, right? So basically people are not using US dollars anymore. Majority of the people are literally walking away from it. We know that the BRIC system was also created to abolish the US dollar and allow the countries to trade in their own currency. So let's hear the editorial here. It says here, okay, so what does all this actually mean to you and me? I found some of this information in comments on the web by people who know a lot more about this stuff than I do. I found their remarks worth repeating here. The yield curve could normalize at any time, maybe even today. After that, combine the contracting money supply with high inflation and mega doom. The way I see it, it is literally, listen to this, family, the way I see it, it's literally the end of what? Esau's kingdom. That's right. Job 14:5, the Lord set a bound for him. You see? And the time has come for him to release power. He's not going to do it on its own. The Lord is not going to allow Esau to hand over power. Yahawashi is just, he says, the Yahawashi and the saints, they took the kingdom. That's right. Yahawashi is just going to come and smash it. Just smash everything and put everybody in captivity. He says, I created the heaven and the earth. Who the hell are you? Who am I? Who are you to? Who are you? You are nobody. That's right. That's what the Lord is about to do to Esau, Edom. Okay. It says here, it says it's literally the end. The U.S. economy is 100% kaput. The last time this happened, they talked the boomers' parents into sending their kids to die overseas to fight communism and socialism. Kids by the millions coming home in body bags, and idiot parents posting yellow stars in their windows so everyone could tell them how brave their kids were for fighting Nazis and communists, when actually they were just covering up what they did to the Weimar Republic. And all for what? So the bankers could move here en masse and take over the West while telling us we won, and then spend the next century raping and pillaging our society too, like a plague of locusts. You think they are going to get their draft and war this time? I'm not sure about that. Most everyone knows that Ukraine is a money laundering operation for them to get the rest of the loot out and convert the dollars to something useful before the crash becomes obvious to the bleeps. It says this is why the elite are building bunkers, because we told you that the bunkers are not gonna save them. Family, Revelation chapter 12, is it Revelation 6, the last three precepts, I think the last three verses. That's why it tells you they're gonna be hiding in their bunkers. And they're gonna ask the bunkers to fall upon them, because family, when Yahawashi shows up, that's why they create all this satellite. It's going to be broadcast all nations are going to see Yahawashi. It doesn't matter where you are, you're going to see it. And the elite, guess what they have in their bunkers? They have all type of technologies. They have TV, big screen TV. They have swimming pool. They have family. They have food to last them 100 years. That's right. But they're going to see the Son of Man sitting on the cloud. Family coming in His glory. The biggest ship, His father's ship, and they're going to be afraid, and they're going to be hiding in their bunkers. But family, when we come down, Lord willing, family, we're going to dig all of them out, and the ones that survive, and family, they're all going into captivity, because again, they're going to be dead bodies everywhere. They're going to have employment. The Bible said they're going to have continual employment. All the elite, the one with all the money right now, family, they are going around the world burying bodies. That's what is about to happen. It says here, it's why where am I? It says here, this is why the elite are building bunkers. This is why they have a puppet instead of a real leader in Washington. Family, I'm going to go here. And forget, I'm going to just skip to the last paragraph here. It says here, the last two. It says here, and then it says, and forget having a effing independent retirement. Any money you save will be squandered with inflation. Perhaps they even intend to make gold and silver worthless because there's no way to buy or sell it without cash. We need to say no to this New Deal and shove it right back down their evil throat with this simultaneous boot up their, But family, we know that this place is finished. That's right. There's nothing you can do about what the Lord is bringing upon these nations. Okay, America, Trump is not going to save anybody. You see, we're telling you, America will never be healed. Babylon can never be healed. The book of Isaiah, is it Jeremiah 51, verse 7? No, Babylon is broken. It's done. It is done. It is finished. You know, it just finished. The elect are rejoicing. The kingdom is divided. You see, the kingdom is divided. It's a statement on motion to vacate the speaker's chair. My constituents deserve a speaker of the house who will bring members together and find common ground. It's past time that the house pass a budget that will make positive change for North Carolina. Right now, my constituents are grappling with real issues that require bipartisan solution. I'm voting on their behalf today and always will. I won't be voting to save Kevin McCarthy's speakership. So, family, it is finished for America. The house is divided. The house of the Speaker of the House, they are about to what? Family, kick him out. That's going to cause confusion, and that's what we want. We're going to read a bit of this article. It says, we are in the middle of a revolution. Victor Davis Hanson warns Tucker. The next 12 months will be the most explosive in history. Historian Victor David Hanson sat down with Tucker Carlson to discuss his perspective on the current political climate in the U.S., asserting that American liberalism is characterized by dishonesty and warning about what he sees as liberal effort to introduce a highly intolerant age. It's hard for most Americans to comprehend the total dishonesty of American liberalism. VDH says Trump represents a significant threat to the specific vision held by liberals who are employing a critical legal theory in which traditional moral values are abandoned in favor of whatever gains power. That's right. That's why they're telling you, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, the crocodiles. That's why they're telling you that a boy can be a girl can be a boy. They're telling you that a man can get pregnant. You see? That's right. That's liberalism. And anybody that is joining, anyone, especially you the Israelite, because it's all about you, Israel. The Lord is only coming for you. But the same Israelite, the same people that are out there hand in hand with Esau promoting this wicked agenda, you wait to see what the Lord is going to do to you. You see, the elect family, we are walking circumspectly and minding our step, trying to do our best in the vessel that we have. You know, pleasing the Lord, fearing the Lord, asking for a double dose of fear, because with the fear changes behavior. You see, we're telling you what is coming. We're telling you the prophecies are jumping off the pages. You can see it. Then the Lord is not dealing with you. You see, these nations, it is finished with them. It is done. America is done. That's why we say that I should do a lesson. Say America is done. It's a European Union state warns of difficult relations with Ukraine. Poland has no desire to meet Kiev expectation. Government spokesman Mueller has said Poland will not sacrifice its national interest for Ukraine. Why? Why now though? Why? Because family, at one point, everywhere you turn, it was Ukraine flag, Ukraine. You see, the Lord told you, man. The Lord told you He's going to divide this nation. He told you. Actually, the precept just pops into my head. Let's go to the book of Revelation 17. Because his own allies, what is Revelation? Man, family, it's all prophecy. It's all prophecy. Let's pick it up from verse 15. We thank the Lord, man. We thank the Lord because it's family, one nation is going down, one is being raised up right in front of them. The Israelites are being raised up. Here we go. Revelation 17, verse 15. And he says unto me, the waters, and listen to this, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth. The whore is what? America. That's right. The Lord described America as the finest whore. Because you think about it. A woman, man, all decked up in gold. You know what? You see her, she's just perfect. And every man desire her. That's the nations. All these nations that America made rich. That's right. America is the whore that was in bed with all these nations. America made China rich. America family moved all their industry. Because why? They became greedy. They said, we're not going to pay these people a decent wage. Let's ship it to China so we can pay them, family, nothing to build our product, and then we can bring it here and jam the public. That's right. That's what they did. And now look at China right now. You see how the Lord works, man? You see, the Lord is all about the meek, the lowly. You take care of the poor, the Lord will take care of you. You see, look at Yahawashi, the richest man ever, came here, a lonely man. And you see when he taught us, he spoke to us the way he had compassion on people. One verse always comes to mind. It's when I think, I can't remember where it was, where I came across it recently too. I think it was one of the sessions when Yahawashi was teaching by the riverside. It was a large multitude. And then, what is it called? And after he finished preaching, he said, and then I think it was Peter that said, okay, we should let them go. And Yahawashi said, no, man, listen, man, let's feed them. Okay, we don't want these people after, then the next thing, someone faint and collapse or die on the way. Roughly paraphrasing. You see, the man was compassionate. He really cared. Yahawashi, that's the spirit that we want to have. He was very compassionate, man. But Esau, this nation, the Edomite family is not in them. They don't care about their own people. And they don't care. Even some of them family, they want the kingdom too. But in the kingdom, they're going to be in what? They're going to be in captivity. But they're going to get a fair share. Listen, that 1,000 years is going to be hard. But guess what? We're going to do things, family, by the book. The laws, the statutes and commandments. Because it also teaches you how to treat a slave. Okay? The nations, when it's all said and done, they're going to get a fair share. Yes, after that 1,000 years, it's going to be slavery for the nations. But guess what? They're going to enjoy the kingdom because they're going to know the laws. They're going to know. We have to beat it into them. We're going to tell you that you can't eat pork. You can't eat shrimp. You can't eat crab because there's a purpose for all animals, all marine life. That's right. There are food that you're supposed to eat. The nation's going to know it and they're going to rejoice. Nobody's going to be stealing their land. Nobody's going to be teaching them that it's okay for your 2 boys to get together and your 2 girls to get together. No, the Lord says, be fruitful and multiply. Esau said, no, put 2 men together, put 2 women together. That's why the Lord is not going to have any mercy on the nation of Edom. Obadiah chapter 1. Okay? That's why the Lord is not going to have any mercy on Esau, Edom. Let's continue. It says here, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people. You see that? The whore sitteth, the waters, what? People. The waters represent the people in who? In where? America. America, family, you can find any nation under the sun living in America. That's how the Lord says, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore is what? America sitteth, are people and multitude and nations and tongues. Okay, now it says here, verse 16 now, it says here, and the 10 horns, which is what? European Union, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. You hear that? They shall hate the whore. It says here, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's the time that we are about to enter into. That time is fast approaching. You see, that time is fast approaching. Eventually, the NATO allies, the ones that were all about Ukraine, America pushed them to destroy their own economy to support Ukraine. They are going to hate the whore. You hear that? Let me repeat that again. Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns, which is what? European Union, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, which is America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Eventually, they're going to turn the missile on America. But here, it goes to show you the Lord is not playing. Verse 17, it says, for the Most High, Yahawah, have put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. It goes to show you a man's going is of what? It's of the Lord. Now let's go to the next one. It says UK weapons for Ukraine have dried up. Telegraph. Britain has sent all it can afford to Kiev. A military source told the newspaper. That's right. Why all of a sudden now Ukraine from hero to zero. Because that's what Esau does. Esau is a vagabond. Esau, family, you can't trust Esau. It's the Lord already told us. He said, don't trust thine enemy. Like iron that rusted, so is his wickedness. You see, you can't trust him. He says, though you can't envy him. And he was created to be the wicked. He has destroyed all these nations' economy. Germany is about to be deindustrialized. Because why? That was one of the major goals. They want to keep Germany down. So what? Think about Russia was supplying Germany with cheap gas. Germany was doing very well. It goes to show you that what? We are at the end. Because at the end, this partnership, this European Union, they're going to hate the whole. I just read it to you in the book of Revelation chapter 17, the last 3 verses. You see, yes, now they're all turning on Ukraine. Because what? That experiment is failing. Family, I think I've been going for a bit now. So you know what though? I'm going to bring out a precept and then we're going to wrap this up. Let's go to the book of, let me see. Let's do this. Let me bring out, let's go here. Let's go to Second Ezra. And then we're going to finish with Second Ezra. Where is it? No, please bear with me. Let me get Second Ezra. Second Ezra, you guys know where I'm going. This is just a basic precept. Second Ezra 6, start from verse 6. It says, then did I consider these things, and they were all made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. It says here, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And then he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, is the end of the world. That's right. The end of what? The Roman Empire. This is it. They will never rise again. From here, it is straight captivity for 1,000 years. That is what is coming for the white man, self-proclaimed white man. It says here, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. These are not my words, family. These are the word of our power through his only begotten son, Yahawashi. And we're telling you how he's coming. We already told you. He is coming to shake this earth. The event. You see, I didn't say one. I didn't say event. I said events that are coming upon the face of this earth has never happened before. That's why it behooves you to what? To seek the Lord, the Israelite. It says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. That's the reason why the Lord, day in and day out, he's sending his men to warn you. Because the event that we're about to enter into has never ever happened before. Has never ever happened before. Okay? So we are here to warn you. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Because the worst feeling is when you know you have someone you can depend on, and then you are in a major problem. You're facing a major problem, and you are in like a bind. You are in a situation where it's death. It's life and death situation, and your lifeline. You can't get a hold of your lifeline. And family, you don't want that, man. You don't want that. You don't want that. To you, I hope again this message find you in perfect peace. You Israelite out there, not taking heed. No, the time that we are about to enter into has never happened before, and the only one the Lord is going to protect are the elect. That's why it's important to seek the Lord. First, seek him while he may be found. I quoted it many times. I might as well bring it and finish with that. Let's go to Isaiah 55 quickly. Isaiah 55. Where is Isaiah? Isaiah 55. Let's finish with that. Isaiah 55. Third World War is coming. Third World War is coming. The financial system is about to collapse. It's already collapsing. It's finished. It's finished. The world, America will never rise again. There's no building back better. Trump is not going to help you. We're telling you, it's finished. It says here, it says here, listen to this. Ho, everyone that tested, come ye to the waters. The waters are what? The word. The word. Eh? And he that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, buy wine and milk. It's all what? Describing what? The word. Please forgive me, I'm outside and sorry about the background noise. It says, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Family, day in and day out, the Lord is sending his men out there to warn you. Family, you don't have to pay for this. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread? Everything that you are investing in is not going to save you. The Lord is about to destroy it. It says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven. And everything shall, it says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and everything shall be added unto you. It says here, and your labor for that which satisfies not. Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, which is the word, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Yahawashi is the word, family. It's like all you can eat buffet. He says, incline your ear and come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. David should have been put to death after he went into Bathsheba. He put Uriah, is it Uriah? Uriah, Bathsheba's husband, at the front line. He took Bathsheba and also killed Uriah. In our custom, David's supposed to be put to death. But the Lord did what? Show David mercy. And that's the same mercy that the Lord is about to show unto you. Because why? He's going to blot out your sin. He's going to blot out all your sin. Forgive you all the wickedness you've done from all your lifetime. Because this is not your first time you've been here. You've been here many, many times. We always pray for our previous sins. But the Lord is going to forgive you all your sins. He's going to put the law, statutes, and commandments in your heart. He's going to give you a new body. He says here, incline your ear and come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander to the people. Because we know David is going to be directly under who? Yahawashi. Behold, thou shalt call a nation. No, I just want to go through the point. It says here, seek ye the Lord Yahawah while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. He said, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord Yahawah, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Look up the word pardon. All your sins are going to be forgiven. You see, that's the gospel. This gospel is only for the Israelite. You so-called Latinos, family, I will leave it there. All praises, honor, and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahawah. Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa. I hope this message find you in perfect peace. Shalom.